Alright, welcome back to the channel, Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and it's time for this week's official prices. So obviously we have quite a few releases coming out this week. Let's take a look at how much they're going to be damaging our wallets. So just get started right here. This one seems right in line with what we expected. Obviously, we have the Slaves to Darkness Army set. So in this set, you're going to get the new Slaves to Darkness Army book. It's not out yet. Your Warscroll cards, additional cards, and then it is a small model count. It's only 14 models in this set, but they are all brand new models, brand new sculpts. You're going to get 5 chosen and then 5 more chosen. So it's basically 2 squads of 5 or 10 total. There are some duplicates, but there's also options to build them separately, so no 2 guys have to look the same. We're also going to get the Ogroid Myrmidons as well. Very cool models. Definitely a big fan of those. They have the options for musician, standard bearer, champion, all that good stuff, or just basic guys. And then of course the brand new Demon Prince, which a bunch of super cool options. We did the breakdown on this, and it appears to be roughly around a 40% savings. But the official price on this one's coming in at 199 USD or 240 Canadian dollars for our friends up north. So 199 USD, 240 Canadian. It is only 14 models, but with the book, with the cards, with everything in this set, you are saving somewhere in between about 30 and 40%. We don't know exact numbers yet because we don't have the prices on the individual kits because they're just not even up for pre-order yet. But I do think it is a good deal. I wish there was a little bit more chaff in there, a little bit more than 14 models. But the truth is, if you are an existing player or a new player, I think there's a nice core force for anyone. And then you can just add in with your next unit kind of what you're missing. So really nice looking models though. And then next we have our Battletomes. So as far as the Battletomes are concerned, we know what they're going to cost. 55 USD for the Ogor Mawtribes or 65 Canadian. And then there's obviously the special edition one as well at 90. And they did say there are only 500 total available. So if you do want the special edition or limited edition one, make sure to grab that up as they probably will go relatively quickly. And then next on here we have the Vanguard Ogor Mawtribes. So we know all the Vanguard sets come in at $130 USD or 160 Canadian. So no surprises here. Again, we did the breakdown on this one. And when you do the actual breakdown and everything, normally a couple of these are only available in like sets of 4. So it comes with 2 of these riders. They normally only come in sets of 4. So we just cut the price of that in half. But when it's all said and done, we did the breakdown on this. And it is almost a 40% savings. Pretty nice overall discount. And then if you can get it at a small discount as well from online store or local game store, you'd be saving about 50% over MSRP on that one. So, and then we have our new character for the Ogor Mawtribes, the Bloodpelt Hunter. So obviously this guy is pretty big and he is pretty chunky. So we expected him to be somewhere around like $38 or possibly even more. So the official prices on the Bloodpelt Hunter, $45 for him, 45 bucks. Now he is big, he is cool, but $45 for a single unit, ooh, that is pricey for one guy. And then Canadian, that's 55 Canadian dollars there. Cool model. I like the overall aesthetic of it. Looks good. I'm sure he's going to be good in game terms. 45 bucks is pricey though. And then we're seeing a bunch of the man eaters come back. I'm not sure if they'll do an actual bundle deal for those. Then we have some Warscroll cards as well. So in line with what we would expect, the Warscroll cards are $35 for the Ogor Mawtribes or 43 Canadian dollars. And then of course we see the highly sought after, absolutely unique, like nothing we've ever seen before. These absolutely amazing dice. There are reports that they're already sold out. I know they're not even up for pre-order yet, but the demand was so high that they're already gone. So there is a possibility no one's going to be able to get these because someone just bought up all of them because they're so awesome. So that being said, with such awesome dice like these, amazing white dice with black pips, you would expect obviously a price increase, and you would be right. You would be right to expect that. Previously, the dice have been $38 for 20 dice. They have raised the price on the Ogor Mawtribes dice because they are just so awesome. $40 for the Ogor Mawtribes dice. So they pushed them up to the $40 mark. It is only a $2 increase, but what extra do you get for $2? You get absolutely nothing. So, you know, they were already overpriced. Now they're a little more overpriced. $40 USD or $50 Canadian for these dice. So yeah, I mean, obviously people buy these or Games Workshop wouldn't sell them because you're not going to just keep making products people aren't buying. So please, I implore you, if you're paying $40 for 20 dice that look like this, check out some of the custom dice companies and get your own set of 20 dice made for around the same price and make them super, super cool. Not just, you know, basic white and black with a pathetic 6-pip. Rant over. Next on to the Vanguard Sylvaneth Army set. Again, not a huge fan of the low model count. So in this one, it is only 10 models in this Vanguard set. It is 130 USD, right in line with what we would expect, or 160 Canadian dollars. And again, we did the breakdown on this, and it basically comes out to around a 35 or so % discount on this, almost 40% discount. So it is in line with the majority of the other Vanguard boxes. It is a nice set, bunch of good models and everything. They're strong, they're fun. But the truth is, again, I would like to see a little bit of chaff or possibly even some new models in this set. Composition wise, I think it's okay. It's a pretty cool set. All the models in it are pretty cool, and it is a better deal than buying them individually. But 10 models for a starter army is just, it's not ideal in my opinion. I think especially if somebody's just getting into the game, you don't want to go all in on a big box and a book and you have 10 models, in my opinion. Next, we have the Sons of Bahemat Warscroll cards. So part of my concern with these is, you know, obviously there's only so many data slates. So there's 12 reference cards in this set, as where every other set has like 20 to 30 of them. So, you know, I was curious, obviously, if we were going to see any kind of like special discount or pricing on this. Of course not. This is $35 just like all of the other ones, or 43 Canadian dollars. So Games Workshop, you know, really just sticking to their guns on the pricing, actually raising some prices as well. Definitely not an intelligent decision, in my opinion, at this point in time. Now, I may be wrong, and that may play out differently, but doesn't seem like a good idea to be raising their prices right now of all times. So next we have the Age of Darkness Liber Imperium. So this is going to let you take all of your Imperium armies, squads, troops, whatever, in the Warhammer Horus Heresy game. So the 30k. Now this doesn't include your Space Marines and stuff like that, or your AdMech. This is like your Custodes, your Sisters of Silence, your Solar Auxilla, all that good stuff. This looks like a pretty chunky book too. It is hardback, and it is $60 USD or $75 Canadian. So if you've been waiting to take those armies, now's the time. It's also going to have the Officio Assassinorum operatives, including the new ones, which are going to be coming from Forgeworld. So I'm not sure what these are going to be priced at. No doubt it's going to be on the more expensive side. Decent models though. I like the middle one. And again, just more of that Forgeworld stuff. Not sure how this stuff's going to be priced. Again, it's going to be expensive, but some pretty cool models overall, some upgrades. Lots and lots of stuff coming out here on this week's orders. Next, we have the Goliath Vehicle Gang cards for Necromunda. So the Goliath Vehicle Gang cards are $16.50 USD or $22 Canadian. So these will let you play in the Ash Wastes with your Goliath gangs, your new vehicles. And then we have the Promethium Tanks Refueling Station. So the Promethium Tank Refueling Station is 4 of these tanks as pictured. So you get everything pictured here, plus all the little accessories down here as well. And the Promethium Tank Refueling Station is $47 or 56 Canadian dollars. And then also they are offered just 2 tanks with half those little accessories, and then on the little trailer for the Cargo 8 Ridge Hauler. And that is the Necromunda Promethium Tanks on Cargo 8 trailer. And that one is $60 USD or $70 Canadian. I mean, pretty cool overall, but probably the most likely thing that you could just convert something pretty cool on your own. And then we see some Goliath Ash Waste upgrades. And then we see the Shadow Sun, the Patient Hunter. So this one did not make the cut for some reason. Only War Stories from the 41st Millennium paperback novel. This one is $16 USD or 17 Canadian. Then we have Conquests Unbound Stories from the Realms, paperback novel, 16 USD, 17 Canadian. And then we have Kragnos, Avatar of Destruction in paperback, again 16 USD, 17 Canadian. And then finally we have Inferno Presents The Emperor's Finest, and once again paperback, 16 USD, 17 Canadian. And that is it for this week's official prices. So I've got to say, of everything on the list, the thing that has me most excited is the Slaves to Darkness. Really like the models here. Definitely a big fan of Slaves to Darkness, and they've done a wonderful job with the range. I do already have a few of the miniatures that I have not touched, so perhaps this will be the spark that ignites the flame that lets me pledge myself to the Slaves of Darkness. But in order to do so, I think I'm going to have to move something out of my current pile of shame because it is the size I want it to be. So maybe I will liquidate something else to grab this up. I have a feeling this will sell fairly well. I don't think it's going to be the type of thing where it's sold out instantly or you can't find it on the internet afterwards. There are some super cool releases for a lot of different factions. So obviously people are going to spread their hobby dollars out amongst those. We did see quite a few new Battletomes coming out, all the accessories for all the armies. And now on top of that, we have our Vanguard detachments as well. So let me know what you're most interested in. What are you going to be picking up? What do you think about the Games Workshop dice? Obviously, I've been very critical of them in the past, and I'm only going to get more critical as they continue to raise their prices and continue to put little to no effort into the overall look of the dice. And if you are one of the people out there that's buying these things, please, I implore you, just search on the internet and just see, in comparison, these dice compared to just other six-sided dice from big name brands, how cool you could be getting for around the same price. Or, obviously, go ahead, keep buying these if that's what you're into. But there are some really, really nice dice out there from some really, really nice companies. Obviously, I am all about Games Workshop products when it comes to unique things and their IP. But when it comes to the Ogor, Mawtribes dice, or whatever other generic accessory, some cutters or something like that, there's definitely some nicer options out there. You're not paying that Games Workshop Warhammer tax just to get something you could get somewhere else and get a worse version of it. So that being said, if you are into these daily reactions, reviews, and news videos, painting, modeling, conversion tutorials for Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, Horus Heresy, and of course any of the Games Workshop tabletop games, make sure to like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. It's absolutely free, and it's the #1 way to show your support. Obviously, I like to hear from you guys in the comments, so let me know what you're going to be picking up, what you think of the overpriced dice getting another price increase. And that's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.